level. Like, I don't know. It's really confusing if you don't know what's going on. Have you played it before?
Yeah, I just played it last night with
Oh,
her.
okay. So you know a little bit.
um,
I was
Ryan
cast.
said that he was surprised I knew as much as I did.
That's a good thing.
Oh, sorry.
Well, no, they don't know who
I
that
don't.
person that she just
I just
mentioned
talked
is.
to
That
a
could be
ghost.
anybody. Well, yeah, it's a.
Dude, it's so hard not to. Your
You're
name
just so
fits you so
friendly
well,
and present.
and like
You look like a your
also,
name.
I don't even know how to properly pronounce your tag. Is that your tag?
Kasks. Same thing twice.
Oh, have I been saying it right? Probably not.
Couscous.
Couscous.
Uh oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Can't
the
see
full screen. Oh,
anything.
we're going. So we got Oriana, Ezreal, Maokai. This is bog standard UMT. They pick these are like their bread and butter champions. They banned Seraphine, Viego, Amumu. Those are must all be one trick champions for the enemy team. And then we got our Rakan band, our Rumble band, and our Jax band. Um, Jax and Rumble definitely top lane bands. I think those are all kind of like meta champions and not really targeted bands. I believe our top laner plays Jax a little bit, but other than that, I'm pretty sure they don't play Rumble. Aatrox is in fact a targeted ban as confirmed. Um, I have no clue what we want to ban. We're looking at a support and a top laner here for Hawaii. So I think we're gonna try and I think pinch the support pool is good because the Rakan's already gone. The Jan and the Seraphine are gone, and the Mumu is gone. I'm guessing Mumu was a support ban. I don't know how good he is in the jungle right now. So it looks like we're gonna maybe Fiora ban. I think. I'm pretty sure our top laner. Ryan, what is Jace's in-game name? Kronk. Pretty sure Kronk plays Fiora, but Olaf ban. That's another champion that I think he plays. And then Morgana ban to pinch support pool. So they're going to pick support here. We're going to get counter pick jungle, I believe. Yeah. And then we'll pick jungle top and then they'll get counter pick in top lane, but
This,
Kronk is pretty good.
this tells you how much I know about.
Yeah, that's fair. I used to play a lot of League of Legends. It was probably the game I had played the most of, and then I realized what playing League of Legends does to a person, and I stopped. So we're gonna pick Zyra. So it's Maokai jungle. We've uh we've picked Maokai support almost every single game, and now we've swapped Maokai into the jungle. So Zyra gonna go bot lane with Ezreal. That's gonna be a really rough lane for Zy Karma. Lots of range, lots of damage. Then Cassante early into top lane. Good luck counterpicking that champion because he's insanely busted.
Is he newer?
He's like, I think he's the most recent champ. No, he's the second most recent champion.
Ah.
And all the new champions are always stupid, broken. And a Malphite coming out. Malphite coming out into only one AD. They're gonna kind of hate their lives because Maokai's going to build AP, Zyra's going to build AP, and Oriana's going to build AP. And Malphite loves stacking armor, so he probably does okay 1v1 against Cassante, but as the game goes on, I guess they have a really good wombo combo. They got the Jarvan ult, which is like a big pit that he like jumps on you and puts you in a ring that you can't escape. Ace Cataclysm, yeah. Asol has this big ult that comes like he drops a giant black hole on you and you get knocked up. And then Malphite, he just dashes at you really fast and knocks you up. So they have a really good wombo combo. Their comp is like pretty easy to play. They just kind of press their buttons and walk at you. But I kind of like our comp more. What do you think, Cascas? Whose comp do you like more? I like ours more.
I've only seen them play these characters. Truthfully,
They have a lot of go buttons. They're
They have
very
a lot of
click
good
forward.
buttons. That comp is really hard to execute from why I don't. It doesn't
Yeah, I
work.
think ours is stupid easy.
Yeah, I've slowly convinced everybody to just choose the champion.
Unga bunga.
Run forward and do things. And
Yeah.
it's seemed to work. So
If you want to read that, that's for you. That's you asked earlier when we were in an intern meeting about a certain intern,
oh yeah.
and that's what they told me.
If people keep asking for channels.
Yeah, you opened kind of Pandora's box with that. So we're just
What did he do?
when Cass added the ability to request channels, that was the ability to request channels was denied for a long time, and now that people can request channels, nobody's stopping. It's always up and away for channel count, and then we have people that complain, "Oh, there's too many channels." And
you
so
asked for it, so.
yeah. So we're just the really fun part about this is we have to. They'll pick all these champions. Then we have to sit here for 3 minutes and do nothing.
Wait, you guys, we could play the video again because
We can play the video again.
I wasn't streaming
What,
actually.
vid-
When I played the video.
what video?
The esports hype video.
Oh, ew, I have to see myself again.
Um,
Okay, it's fine. I do like the video.
video's pretty
It's a
good.
good video.
I heard tell that it got shared with some of the MSU students and they were real jealous.
You got what?
It's shared with some of the MSU students and they were
Aw.
real jealous. But so yeah, it's gonna be 36 seconds and then it's gonna pop up a 3-minute timer. And not only are we on a 3-minute delay before we see the game, we're also on a 2-minute delay to chat. So 5 whole minutes of delay from for all you in chat to what's actually happening in game. That was a new change. It used to be that we could just we didn't have to delay on the stream, just the 3-minute delay was enough, but I guess people complained to NECC and now it's a big delay again. So 5 seconds left. We're going to cut out for a second and then we'll join back after the video.
Sets off there, it's really loud.
Yeah, Fuzzy Squid, best video out there, baby. I agree. It's a high quality video.
When you guys said you were doing a video for us, I had no clue what it was gonna be, and it's way better than what I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah. When I was in there, I was the last person to go in. That dude was so done. He
Oh
wanted.
yeah, I bet.
He took like 2 videos of me in like 30 seconds. He's like, "Get out of here."
He took a lot of videos of me.
Yeah.
He made me like walk up to the camera and like be all sassy and then wave my finger.
Mhm.
I was like, oh, okay.
He told me to shush the camera and then to cross my arms and turn. And he's like, "I'm done." And then the guy at the end of the video, Haiku with this trophy, Haiku was in there for like 15 minutes. He was in there for so long because they wanted to get something good with the trophy. And it turned out great. Having the trophy at the end of the video, I think, was a masterclass. Oh my goodness, this skin is awesome. This Fairy Court Karma.
Oh my gosh.
I have that. I got it dropped from
Wait, the fairy skins are pretty.
yeah. They're really good.
Oh,
All the newer
no.
skins are insane. This is the second highest tier skin in the game. And basically the highest tier skin. Like there's only 5 skins that are higher tier than this. So this has like new animations.
Oh my gosh. I just
All the
got
skins will be recolored and stuff.
I just
it's-
got back into League. This is a problem.
It's a really crazy good skin.
I don't need to see the good skins. I can't.
Yeah. Plus it's also like $20.
Oh wait, if you saw my what's it called? My inventory in Valorant, you'd be like, "Oh no."
Oh yeah. Let's not talk about my CS:GO inventory because that's a touchy subject.
But you can sell them.
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah, that is
I
true.
have 73 knives.
I have 2.
That's in CS:GO. That's impressive.
But yeah, it looks like we're going bog standard here. Maokai starting on his Raptors. I don't know if that's standard, but will kind of throw off. Looks like, yeah, Maokai's going to go Raptors blue. Raptors Wolves blue. Oh no, just going straight to the blue. This is some new tech for a replay DK. It looks like he's going to try and put the Cassante ahead. Cassante no flash also. So I don't know if you can do much with flash on Cassante, but I think the Ghost in team fights makes you like really, really oppressive. Ghost gives you movement speed when you press it.
Oh yeah.
So all these on the side are your summoner spells.
Yeah. There's flash.
Flash is the yellow one. Ghost is the blue one. Teleport's the purple one.
There's a heal one.
Yeah, heal is the green one. As we missed bot lane first blood, huge outplay from Fenrir and Neonara.
Does the replay DK usually not do what he just did, or
No, usually you'll see junglers go. So the little like icons
usually
in the
starts
jungle.
on this side?
Usually, well, where they start doesn't matter, but usually they'll kill all the camps before they go to different ones. But replay DK went. Usually you start with either one of the big ones, like the blue golem, or the red. This guy, the red brambleback, and then you'll clear everything else. But he did the little chickens, and then he went to the blue buff, which is very unique. That's not something you see super often. Usually it's to like try and cheese a gank, but looks like the Cassante pushed up too much, and replay TK could not get there to do anything. So we're just chilling. So Fenrir, we haven't seen a lot of 2v2 kills in the bot lane from our bot lane pairing. That's kind of the first one I think I've ever seen. And to get it really early on these 2 champions in particular, once they get ahead, they're really oppressive. They do a lot of damage from really far away, and it's hard to get onto them. So them getting ahead, yeah, look, she throws the root thing out, and then she's going to die here. Oh, wow, she didn't flash? She didn't flash when she died earlier. Oh, and she dies anyway. So that's unfortunate. And if this continues going like this game is pretty doomed for Honolulu? Pueo.
Oh, isn't that from like the other
team,
day?
Yeah, the team that you Valorant play. I don't know which
I
team
didn't play them. I casted for them.
But yeah, the one they're from Hawaii. So I think it's like
Whale.
it's 8 p.m. here for us. I
It's
think
like
it's like
5
4 or
or
5 for
4.
them. Yeah, so they kind of draw the short end of the stick. I can't imagine what their ping is like too.
It's about like probably 60 to 70 if you're lucky. Like,
Well,
like
the
isn't it
league
60 to
servers
50?
are only in one spot.
Oh,
They're in Chicago.
wait, why is there only one league server?
'Cause Riot Games special.
There's so many Valorant servers.
well-
I thought that would be like the same thing.
No, League of Legends came out originally in 2010.
So they
So
just decided.
their League of Legends spaghetti code is legendary. This
Spaghetti
champion, Cassante,
Yeah.
there's a rune called Hex Flash, and if you Hex Flash, you can use a W ability infinitely in a short range of time.
Oh my gosh.
And in order, they tried to fix the bug, and it was so hard to fix that they have now. You just can't take that rune anymore. It'll just get auto swapped to a different room because
oh my gosh.
the bug is so messed up. And so, because we're ahead in bot lane, we get to take the dragon, which is nice. This dragon early, the Ocean Dragon gives you, I think it gives you mana and HP regen, which is, yeah, we can't see, but it gives you, at least gives you health regen. I don't know if it gives you mana regen, but it's really nice for early laning because, oh yeah, 2% missing health every 5 seconds. So if you take a lot of damage, you just heal it back up. So it allows you to be like way more aggressive in lane. It's really, really strong in laning. And Lucifer's going to hit the ult onto the ASOL, but he has this thing where he flies in the line and he just flies away. You can only stop it if you have CC, and unfortunately, Replay DK used all his crowd control at the beginning of the gank. So we're chilling. Bot lane's ahead. We're up a dragon. So the first 2 dragons, there are 6 different dragons in the game. The first 2 dragons are random. They can be any random dragon, so long as it's not 2 of the same ones. On the 3rd dragon, it will be only the same dragon for the rest of the game. So it's one of the 4 that are left. And then when you kill, once one team kills 4 dragons in total, they get this thing called a soul, which makes you, it's incredibly strong. Like there's the mountain dragon. It gives you a shield and increases your armor and magic resist for the whole game. There's the infernal dragon. It gives you like AoE damage every second. Like if you hit an ability, it does extra damage. It does an AoE. So they're just really powerful. As we're gonna see Kronk go here. Oh, doesn't get the last knock up onto the Malphite. That was his ult. So when he ults, he has like big rock clubs. He smashes them, they become swords like this, and then he gets rid of all of it, like a quarter of his HP and all of his resists, and it turns into damage.
Oh.
So he's a tank until he's not, and then he's an insane assassin, which is really, really fun and interactive to play against. People don't like this champion. This guy's about to die. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good cancel. The same. Oh, Lucifer missed their ult. Replay DK is going to live. But you saw he tried to dash away and fly away, and then he got stopped by Replay DK, and that's why they were able to get the kill. Looked like he had finished his back. But it's Teku. Does get the kill on the Replay DK. Kronk has to be careful here. They don't know where Jarvan is. Jarvan's this guy, the jungler. He kind of runs around. I don't know how much you know.
I play I don't know if this tells you anything. My favorite character is Lux.
I think you get her for free now, like when you start the game.
Yeah, you do. That's how I got to play her, is because she was for free.
One of our players on the tan team really likes Lux. She's she plays Aurelia now, who's like this lady with swords who dances and stuff. But they started with Lux too. As there's a pause. Do we know from who? Okay. So this is fun. We just sit here until they decide to unpause. We gotta stall for time. Usually it'll be if like someone disconnects. We'll see. Once this unpauses, it'll say a summoner has disconnected. The lady will come on, and then a summoner is reconnected. But for now, we're just waiting. I think in this we're allowed to talk, but in pro play, if this happens, you just have to sit there. And in pro play, you can sit there for upwards of 30, 40 minutes.
The casters
there's-
aren't allowed to talk? Or-
No, the players.
Oh, the players. So you just sit there for
In
30
silence.
minutes. Oh, well, you can talk during Valorant.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. And then for League, they have like coaches, like not coaches, I don't know what the word is, but like production people from Riot, and they
Mhm.
stand behind you and they listen to all your comms. So if you start talking about game stuff, they'll know. And then you can't talk at all because some teams, like theoretically, you could come up with a code that is like not related to the game, but if you're talking about it, your players know what it is, and you could discuss strategies not related to the game by talking about things not related to the game.
Oh my god, that sounds like a lot of work.
It does sound a lot of work, but anything to get an edge,
True.
especially right now, the World Championship for League of Legends is going on,
Is
and I mean, I think the prize pool for that is like $2 million. So, I mean, that's a pretty chunk of change to win. So if you can
Yeah.
find an edge somewhere. Luckily, I don't think there's ever been any really insane cheating scandals in League. There's been like a few like unscrupulous most of the drama comes from like how orgs treat their players and not.
Oh yeah, that happens all the time in Valorant too.
Yeah, there's this. I don't know about how they are in Valorant, but evil geniuses are like a humongous scummy org in.
Oh really?
Yeah, they had this guy Danny who was an ADC player, who he was like really autistic and he had like a lot of social anxiety stuff, and he took a break from the game because he was getting too much harassment online. Now we're back, and they forced him to play in the playoffs, and then he had like a humongous mental breakdown, and then he never played again.
Oh.
And then we're frozen. This is probably why the game got paused. The game is being weird.
Yeah, and then it's Hawaii.
Yeah, he had a breakdown, and then the next season came around, and they're like, "Where's Danny?" And then Danny kind of disappeared from everything.
Poor Danny.
And then like 2 years later, like the story breaks from like a reporter, like a League of Legends esports reporter, and it turns out that they had forced him to play, and then he had a breakdown, blah blah blah, like I just said, and then the day after that report comes out, evil geniuses sign him to a streamer contract. He's never streamed since, but Danny is now a full-time streamer for EG. He's never streamed since. And the same day, Danny tweeted out something saying like, "I don't hold any ill will against EG. They did stuff for me, blah 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 blah." And everyone knew it was just like some baloney PR. Is their jungler falls. This is what Cassante does.
Wow.
What a fun champion.
I just literally plows through them.
He does an insane amount of damage. So like that armor, he gets when he turns it into when he ults, which is when his HP bar is like this. Yeah, now he's not an ult, but he turns all of his armor and magic resist into damage.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, good transition. I think our team is undefeated, or no, they lost early, but they've been on a pretty long undefeated run since
That's
then.
Good.
So they're looking really good this game. Replay DK, Lucifer, and Neonara played together last year. Fenrir and Kronk are both newcomers. I don't know if Fenrir is a freshman, but I know Kronk is. Kronk is probably pound for pound the best player on this team. I think he's Masters.
Oh my gosh. Is that?
There's Diamond, and then after Diamond it goes to Masters, which has like infinite, like instead of going up divisions, you just get infinite LP.
Oh.
So like infinite RR. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah, you get infinite RR.
So Masters is like. Wait, what?
No.
Valorant has it's called RR.
Yeah, but basically you go to that it'd be like once you got to Immortal, instead of being Immortal 1, you are Immortal X. You're just immortal, and then you get infinite
Oh.
LP RR.
Well, because after mortal is radiant, so.
Yeah.
But
Well, Radiant's
even then,
defined on like how many people, right?
no, it's defined by how much. Specifically, there's like a certain amount of radiance.
Yeah, that's
And how much RR you have, because the amount goes up no matter what. So.
yeah.
Yeah.
So in League, there's Grandmaster and Challenger, which once you reach Master, the top 500 players in the top out of the top 5, I think it's top 700 players in Master. The top 200 are Challengers, and 700 to 500 are Grandmaster. 700 to 200 rather. And so it's kind of weird. So like technically, if your Master's 0 LP at the very beginning of the season, you are a Challenger.
Oh my gosh.
So it's very much dependent on how much, like how far in the Masters you are. And I think usually Challenger ends up being like 1,000 LP Masters, which is just kind of insane.
Yeah.
Because each division is 100 LP. So basically, you're almost the entire rank system above the bottom of Masters, which is just crazy.
Oh my gosh. This sounds way more complicated than Valiant rank. It's just
Yeah, kind of.
Valiant
little
rank's
bit.
pretty straightforward.
What's he doing? He's hunkering down. Looks like he's going to try and protect the turret and stop the... so every time there's little ticks on the...
Yeah, and then it
You
breaks
get
down.
gold. You get extra gold.
Mhm.
And so the
Depending
jungler
on
came
who.
to stop him from getting that extra turret plate. But
Rude.
Montana is just kind of running away with this game.
They're already up like 2 dragons too.
They're up 2 dragons. They're up 3,000 gold, which is not an insignificant amount at this point in the game. It's more than 10%. Like, basically, kind of have to
Oh
think about
my.
it as percentage of how much gold they have. That's the big black hole that he drops.
Oh,
That's
and he
pretty
got
crazy.
away.
He gets away. They keep using all their crowd control abilities right at the beginning, so they can't cancel him when he tries to fly away. But
It still seems like he's struggling mid. No matter even if they kill him or not. So.
yeah, your job. Well, he's doing okay. I mean, he's dying a lot, but he has more minion kills, and that's the main way you get gold in this game.
Yeah.
Is minion kills. I think it's what, like 25 minion kills is worth more than a kill. So
Wow.
they're basically like half a kill. So they're probably pretty similar in gold to the other mid laner, to our mid laner.
Top lane. Is just
Top lane is
going
massively ahead. This
so well
its
for
Teku
him.
guy is hilariously trolling. He is dead. So, and because he's a tank and he's also assassin, he is going to be ridiculously strong as the no one on their team can kill this guy.
Yeah.
This person can in like 30 minutes of game time, but the game should be very much over by the time we get to that point in game. And uh-oh.
No.
Looks like we're losing this fight mid. Big turnaround, though. Fenrir, just barely lives, but dies the little flag. This guy can summon a flag from the air, and it fell right on top of Ezreal, and he died. Very sad.
A flag? That sounds
Yeah,
like,
you'll see.
It sounds like a Looney Tunes thing. Is that...
There we go. Wait, is he? Yeah, there you go. See, that thing. So that fell on Ezreal's head, and he died.
What's that character's name?
This guy? Or
Yeah.
this guy?
No, no,
Jarvan.
Jarvan.
Jarvan the 4th. In the...
I watched Arcane. I don't know that. I only know the Arcane character.
yeah, he's from Demacia, which is a region, and he's the king of Demacia.
Oh.
Who in here is from Arcane? Oriana is kind of from Arcane. Why getting tsunami'd? Respectfully. That's one way to think about it.
So bad.
trying to think. No one in here is really from. Ezreal is from the same region as Arcane. He's from Piltover, kind of. He's an explorer.
Yeah.
And then Oriana is from Piltover. Her dad,
sense.
she was like a ballerina. She was like a human ballerina, and then she got really sick, and she kept like, her dad was like worked in Piltover and kept replacing her part by part with mechanical parts.
Why
And-
is that such a storyline in so many things?
Well, it's the ship of Theseus. Like if you replace every part of a ship, is it still the same ship?
Yeah.
And that's the whole thing. She's just kind of weird now.
Like, there's always
She's got her ball. So, oh, we got a Hex Tech dragon. So, what you can see is on the map, you see these little gates, like in the base. There's like a little portal button. If you click on that, it'll teleport you to the end of the. Yeah, if you click on this little thing.
That was not a thing when I was playing.
Yeah, it's only for this dragon. So there's a 1 in 6 chance of this happening in your game.
Oh,
So-
okay, because this did not happen last time I was casting
Yeah.
here.
Oh, looks like we're fighting. Montana goes 1 for 1 right at the beginning, but looks like the backline, Ezreal's not here, and our strongest member, I don't know where Cassante is. Oh, Cassante's on the flank here. This could get ugly now. Now that Cassante's here, if they can't keep him away from themselves.
Oh my.
Like, look at this. He's just tanking their whole team, killing them, because Cassante thinks. This champion is the stupidest champion in the game right now by, like, a country mile.
And then it's just.
He's immortal. He does insane damage. He literally just, like, 1v3'd.
He pulled her through her open. The pole pulled her while she was open.
I think she came down, and he queued.
She was up in the air when the pole happened.
Interesting. Maybe a latency thing.
That character is broken.
Yeah, he's broken, and he's even more broken when he's this far ahead. He is like, he is Exodia right now. There's, even if their whole team was built entirely to kill him, I don't think they would win this game. He is just so unbelievably strong. This game is kind of washed. So, do you see these little
Yeah,
numbers?
they
Look at the
don't-
bounties. Once you get those, that's when you know you're actually really far behind. We're up 5,000 gold, which is a pretty big number for this point in the game. Usually, like 10% of a team's gold. If you're 10% ahead of them, that's considered a pretty big lead, and we're almost 20% ahead.
How much do you think their ping is affecting them then? Hawaii.
Probably not a lot because they play on the same ping every game. They're used to it.
Yeah.
Like it's like training weights or whatever. After a while, you don't notice it. Maybe honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if these Hawaii players play on like Korean or Japanese servers. They might have better ping to like China or Korea or Japan, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. So we're kind of just waiting for Montana to end the game at this point. Baron's up.
Can't FF in this.
Yeah, well, I think you can.
Did you get like
You
a
probably get
penalty?
in trouble. What are they going to do? Make you lose the game?
Yeah, I don't think.
I see. But yeah, 20 minutes is when the big. Oh, he's usually purple worm, but he's blue and gold right now. And I think you probably had someone tell you how this works. Like empowers
Yeah.
the minions, they get tankier, they do more damage.
Yeah.
It's really used so you can kill towers. Looks like we were going to recall and spend money. But seems like we're not doing that yet. Sussy Cyrus goes in. Get the chunk on the Fenrir, but nothing worrying at all, honestly. We're just waiting on UMT to press their go buttons when they feel like it. I think there's the way that Hawaii wins a fight here is they basically have to hit Jarvan ult and the Malphite ult, who's the top laner. We have to hit the jungler's ult into the mid laner's ult into the top laner's ult, and some order of that. They just have to get like an insane wombo combo. But that being said, our team knows that, so they're going to play kind of spread out in the fights because all their abilities they're really strong if you're all grouped together, but if you spread out,
Then
you can only
it's
hit
not
one or two
gonna-
people. Yeah, it's not as strong.
Oh,
Kronk might 1v2 this, actually.
here's level 15. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
That's insane.
that's what that champion does. Even when he's not that fed, he can still do that. That's what that champion's about. And they're going to 110% ban that champion next game. There is no way they leave that champion up because everyone has been traumatized by that champion in solo queue. And to get traumatized by it in a official, that feels even worse. They will 100% not allow Kronk to play that champion again. We're just waiting. Waiting. So we've got top tier 2 turret, mid tier 2 turret, and it looks like we got bot tier 2 turret. So now we have to take these inhibitor turrets
And
to
then
break
the
the
big-
base. Yeah, and then the inhibitors will spawn super minions. We're about to get the Hextech Soul. So when we get Hextech Soul, anytime we do damage to someone or something, it will chain damage between them. It's one of the strongest souls in the game. It's really, really strong. Can you hover over it again? Here we go. When you damage an enemy with attacker ability, also strike them with lightning, dealing 41 damage and slowing them by 50%.
Oh my gosh.
And it chains up to 4 enemies. So it's really, really strong.
They really just like. Wow.
League is a very snowbally game. Like, it's not right now. Is not the most snowbally it's ever been, but like when you get behind in a league game, especially in these competitive games where teams play very conservatively, it's really, really hard to come back. 'Cause-
Like in Valorant, you can come back from anything if you really try.
Yeah,
But
because it's all skill.
yeah.
This, like, you get put behind and you have to outplay,
Yeah.
and sometimes it's just not possible. And the other reason this game sucks is because one person can lose the game for your entire team.
Really?
Yeah. And that's why that and no voice comms are why this game is so toxic. Because
Oh yeah. Oh, maybe it's good there's no voice comms though, because you hear the people on Valorant and you're like, oh.
it's hard to be rude to someone that you're talking to. It's way harder to be.
What do you mean?
Like, it's really easy to type really
Oh, I
toxic
mean,
stuff.
yeah.
It's harder to like tell someone to unalive themselves over voice comms. I mean, people still do it, but it's
I've been told.
I have a million times. I've been
Uh-huh.
called every bad thing under the sun.
My
Even
favorite is when I get told to go back to the kitchen.
that's a classic. And does Valorant records voice comms too,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. So
Well, but they don't really do anything with the recordings unless you actually
report them.
record them. Yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't used to record it.
Yeah.
It wasn't added till like last year. Well, not like last
Overwatch
year. Like
got the same thing
8
when
months
Overwatch
ago?
2 came out. They didn't used to record them, and now they do. Crazed Huntsman, that's a one of our league players. I don't know who Gorgeous George is. I think that's a play through Asia servers. No, you can't do that. So League is really dumb. Your account is region locked. Like if you play on NA servers, you can't play on EU servers.
I don't think that's a thing in Valorant.
Yeah, I lived in Europe for 5 years. I have a EU League account that I spent a considerable amount of money on, and then unless I pay $20 to transfer the account, it's locked to EU.
Did you do that?
No, I just made a new account because I had a big friends list, and I
Oh,
don't
and then
wanna-
it gets rid of your friend.
yeah,
What?
because they're different servers, so
Yeah.
you don't have your friends.
I have an Australian account for Valorant.
Yeah. It's the same thing where you can't play on. And then I have the annoying thing is I have a couple Valorant skins from the beta and from Twitch Prime. and they're all tied to that EU account, and
Oh
I
no.
don't want to transfer it because if I transfer the Riot account to NA, it transfers everything, not just League, which is done. Oh,
Oh my.
that looked
They're
winnable for a
just so
split second.
Thought
Yeah,
they
so
couldn't do anything. 'Cause
we
of
got
the
Kronk, who knocks people up and does a lot of crowd control.
And then
Maokai on replay DK, who knocks people does. Oh, Kronk wasn't even there.
Kronk is just.
Lucifer.
It was just like DK ulted.
Yeah, their ult. It does like a ring and it pulls people in.
Oh.
And then Nayunara, her champion does a. She sprouts some vines up and they knock everybody up in a huge circle.
Oh my god.
It's kind of a bouncy house. Our team really likes circles of doom. If only we could swap the Jarvan and the Malphite for the Maokai and the Cassante, we'd be the Circle of Doom team.
Circle team.
Also, something to note: levels. So levels in League, I think each level is worth like 500 gold, which is worth like
Level 17.
I want to say 40 or 50 minions. Like, it's an insane, like, having a level up on someone is insane. Because every time you level up, you get more health, you get more armor, you get more magic resist, you get more mana, your abilities do more
so
damage.
He's unstoppable.
Yeah, max level is 18, so he's
And
very
he's
close.
17.
And the next closest person on their team is 15.
Oh gosh.
Having a 2-level lead is just,
Insane.
like, he's just face tanking their damage character's main damage ability, and he's still full HP.
Oh my.
He's that kind of, like, he's just tanking everything, and he's not dying,
And,
and
they all
he's
just,
killing everybody.
Oh my.
That was messier than it probably should have been, but we do come out 5 for 3, and that's going to be the game.
That's
Kronk ends the game
insane.
9-0-6. No deaths, which is fairly rare. Not like super rare, but it's like when you have a deathless game, that's something to be pretty proud of. So that's game 1 done. We'll be back in about 5-10 minutes for game 2. Any parting words?
That was crazy.
That was crazy. So bye-bye. See you soon. So,
Oh, that's
oh, I was promised we'd be live. You missed my beautiful speech earlier. In there, immediately, Cassante ban.
Oh, yeah.
I told you, you get traumatized by that champion. Once you ban him 10 games straight, and then you're like, okay, maybe he's not that bad. And then you don't see him one game, you don't see him the next game, and then like a few games later, you'll see him in your game. He'll do the exact same stupid baloney,
So then,
and you'll just immediately. Why did I ever get so stupid to unban this champion? There's this champion
Well,
called Evelyn
yeah.
who walks around invisible the entire game, except
Yeah.
for when she does damage. I used to ban her every game, and then every time I'd see her, I'd be like, why did I not ban this champion?
She's hot.
She is. Well, that's her whole thing.
Yeah, because she's a
There's
succubus or something.
Yeah, she's like a yeah, succubus. That's the word.
Mhm.
I think she's technically in the
It's right
universe.
there.
She's the demon of pleasure or something like that.
Well, her voice lines make sense.
Yeah, there's an item called what's it called? Void staff that looks very suspect, and she has some interesting quotes about it. I'll show you a picture. I'll pull up. Void staff. There we go. It looks like that, and she has a lot of looks like that, and she has a lot of quotes about it.
Oh my god. It's like that one Valorant knife.
Yeah, dude, you're using that staff. That thing is baller.
Oh
The
my,
big
the
Wukong staff.
Wukong staff? Yeah.
That thing
Most of
is.
the Overwatch players have bought it now. Isn't it like $40?
I don't know.
I don't know. But that's like
just
as
bought
far
it.
as far as knives go, it's not that bad. I think some of them
I-
are like $80, $100.
Oh no. All the knives tend to stay the same price.
Oh,
Like or like no, like there can be higher prices in knives, but it's not like crazy. It's more like the whole set itself
I
is
see.
the crazy amount.
Yeah.
So you could buy a knife, but knives are more expensive than a majority of the items
Mhm.
in
And then
the packs.
are like the op and the vandal skins, like are those more expensive generally, or all the
Vandal
Like-
Phantom skins are generally more than like a classic would be, or like a
Like a
Phantom
shorty or
like-
something.
Yeah, I mean not Phantom. Yeah.
Okay, I was entirely sure. It looks like we're banning the same two things. They have swapped out the what did they ban last time? Some other Rumble. They left the Rumble up. Looks like they stole our Oriana. Tired of getting bullied on that. Zach Jungle. That's a big switch up. This guy's fun. He's one of my favorite champions to play.
He looks like a guy from Ghostbusters.
Yeah, he's a big blob of goo.
So he is. From
He's actually from Zaun. He might show up in Arcane Season 2. His name is Zaun Amorphous
what is?
Composite or something like that. Zach stands for something, and he's basically a big blob of goo. He's really funny and silly with his voice lines. But basically, he turns himself into a slingshot, and he
Oh wait, I've seen that before.
Non-amorphous
combatant.
combatant.
So he's really fun to play. His new ult is technically his old ult, but there was an ult in the middle where he'd like flatten himself out into a pancake, and he'd lift up everyone that landed in it, and he'd drop them back down like a little bit away. That was the most fun version of him, even if it was like it was really strong in pro play, but really weak in regular games. And then we picked the Rumble. I have never played this champion. I've played this top lane.
He
The
looks like
top
a
lane.
rat.
He's a Yordle, and he's in a big mech with a flame spitter.
Oh, I have seen him.
Yeah, and then he launches like a bunch of rockets up, and they make a big line that
Yeah.
does 1,000,000,000 damage if you walk in it.
I've never seen him like this. I always see him with that once
the
Base
Super Galaxy,
skin.
the where he's got like glasses and a big white orange
Yeah.
thing. Yeah, that's his best skin by like a mile. His regular skin, he's like super herky jerky.
Looks
He's like
ugly.
shaking around. But
He's just a rat.
yeah, there's a ton of like this. He's technically the same as. Are there no Yordles here? Oh, he's technically the same as this guy. This is a dead guy. He's a mummified version of him,
What?
of the same species as him.
Oh, I've been.
Nar
bullied
is the
by
same
Moon
species as
before.
him.
They look nothing alike.
Vex is the same species as him. I'm trying to think. Teemo? Do you know Teemo? He's the same
Yeah,
species as him.
sadly.
Lulu is the same species as him. Tristana, those kind of people.
There's one character I wish I knew how to play in League.
Which
It
is
was Gwen.
Gwen.
She's just so pretty. I love her.
She's really fun. She's like bad for the first like 20 games you play, but once you figure out how to like her pattern, it's actually not that bad, and she's really fun. Has a really fun play style where you're dancing in and out and weaving. She was one of the characters that was like Cassante that was a meme for a long time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she has an ability where she puts like a big octagon down on the ground,
Yeah.
and then she can't be damaged by anyone outside the octagon
Picture
while she's in it.
Sorry.
Yeah, they're the same. They're the same. They're both Yordles, little rat people. Oh yeah, it is Tristana mid. So Tristana mid, she technically normally goes bot lane. She's like
Yeah.
Ezreal, but you pick her into mid laners to really bully them hard. Tristana's right here is going to try and put Orianna in the absolute dirt.
Oh. And she has like a bomb that lands on people and explodes
Yep,
it.
you auto it a couple times and it does more damage. Darius, really scary champion. He like makes you bleed, and if he gets 5 bleed stacks on you, he does a true damage ult where he dunks you, and it does like 700 true damage. He's like, you know, when you go to an amusement park, there's like a sign outside the rides that say you must be this tall to ride this ride.
Yeah.
Darius is like the champion that you must be able to not hard lose to Darius in order to play top lane. He's like one of the original skill check champions.
Mm.
And then this Tarek guy, he's pretty nifty.
He looks like he's wearing a KDA outfit.
He's the something of the gems. He's like a god, and he's
He
protector of the gems or
Looks
something.
like that. He looks like he should be in like a summer sunscreen ad.
Yeah,
Or like
with the
Old
flowing
Spice.
locks.
He should be in an Old Spice ad.
Yeah.
That's what he looks like.
He's Tessa, not Tristana. He's Neonara's favorite champion. He's a
seen-
support. He puts like a crystal beam out, and then he whacks you, and he heals. And then for his ultimate ability, he binds with someone, and then he calls down like a ray, and everyone in the ring around the ray becomes invincible for like, I think 2.5 seconds. So it's really, really powerful.
What is his title? He's the host to the aspect of the protector.
Yeah.
Who's the shield of valor.
Shield of Valor. I don't know. He's got crystals. He's really cool. He's got there's this one skin where he's pink and fuzzy. I'll see if I can pull it up.
Is Replay DK. What is his character's name?
Maokai.
Maokai. Is he
He's
just
a
a
tree.
tree?
He's an evil tree. He lived in something called the Paradise Isles. And then this guy right down here, Viego,
Yeah.
he did some stupid dumb stuff because his wife died and he loved her and he went crazy.
Oh,
and then he
did
cursed.
like kidnap Sienna
Yeah,
or
that was
something?
an event later down the road.
Oh.
That was like he came back and then
Just-
he kidnapped Senna. But originally he tried to save his wife, and then he got her soul back, and he cursed the Blessed Isles to become the Shadow Isles. And Maokai was just a tree he was like a tree spirit on the Blessed Isles, and he was really happy and nice. And then it became the Shadow Isles, and now he hates everybody. He hates all the humans because they ruined his beautiful forest that he lived in. So he's an evil tree. Long story short. Armor of the 5th Age Tarek. Here we go.
They have a knife for him.
Yeah, because that was a big. That was one of the first, I think, crossover events. Was the ruination.
I mean, there was another one.
Zeri and Neon.
No. There was another skin.
Oh.
It's called Sentinels of Light.
Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah.
the same. They were like the people that went versus him.
That's how I know this. I have his skin set.
No one here was a Sentinel of Light. Actually, Darius, I believe, was a Sentinel of Light. Darius and Sivir might have been. I don't know. But this is the Tarek skin I was talking about, where he's pink and fuzzy.
Oh my god.
Where's this? There we go. he's just a silly guy. He's jacked. He does crystals. He does healing. He's he's very unique. There's not a lot of other champions like his kind of vibe that are male. So he's
Definitely.
very unique in that regard. Yeah, so we're just chilling. They're probably picking champions right now. We're just gonna sit on the screen while we wait. There is a delay. Uh-oh. So we're just chilling here. Yeah, point to a champion here, and I'll tell you about them. I can tell you something about every champion in this game. I think there's 165.
What's this one?
That is Briar. She is the newest champion. She's like a vampire, but not quite. She doesn't suck the blood, but she goes like blood crazed when she sees blood.
Is she good?
She's not good, but I wouldn't say she's bad either. She's just kind of chaotic. She's like chaotic neutral.
Wait, what's her name?
Briar. There's a big controversy because when they released her splash art, there was feet in it, and like she had her feet out, her bare feet out, and people went really crazy and really weird about it online.
Oh, of course they did.
And so they had to censor her splash art because she had her feet out. Her dogs were barking, and now she's
People are so weird.
Oh yeah. If any community online is weird, anyone that plays a Riot game, like Riot Games, gamers, they attract a special breed.
She looks really cool though.
She is really cool. She's really unique. Like she can self taunt herself, so she basically makes it so she can't take any attack actions other than attack someone.
Oh.
She's a very unique playstyle compared to a lot of other champions.
What lanes does she?
She can play top lane, but she's mainly jungle.
Oh.
Because she
I'll never touch it.
Yeah, every champion in the game has like passive health regen.
Mm-hmm.
Like you slowly regenerate your health after you take damage. She has no passive health regen. But anytime she damages something, she puts like a bleed effect where they take a damage over time, and then she heals for a portion of that damage over time.
Mm.
And that's how her health regen is. So she has to be doing damage to heal. But because she has no passive health regen, her like healing from doing damage is really, really high. So she's tough to kill 1v1 in a fight. You have to kind of 2v1 her or more. Yeah. Who else? Any questions about any other people? Sivir is she's a mercenary with a boomerang blade from the desert. There's not really a lot of lore about her. That's about it. Nautilus is he was a diver that died in the pirate
How did I
city.
think of this?
And he became possessed. And if people don't like toss a coin in the water whenever they go into the harbor of the town, he comes and he drags their ship under. So he's kind of evil.
Rude.
Ezreal's an explorer. Tristana's she's in the military for the rat people. She's
There's a military.
she's a bandle
for
gunner.
the rat people.
Well, people don't really like them because they're kind of like mystical.
I mean, I get it. I mean,
She's
no,
tiny.
I'm kidding.
And yeah, I told you about Oriana. I told you about Zach. Darius is from what's the word? Noxus, which is like this, basically like Nazi Germany, but except if you were strong enough to join the war, you could, if you wanted to, you could join the Nazis. They conquer everything. They kill a lot of people. They're really pretty evil, and he's like a general for them. He has like a humongous axe.
This is so funny. Your comparisons are the best comparisons I've ever
It's
been
really-
told when explaining any character's background.
It's not really that far off the. I mean,
Well, yeah.
it's a little bit of oversimplification, but there are very, very much deliberate parallels between some of the worst societies in human history and Noxus.
Yeah.
And then Rumble's, he's just like an inventor guy. But I believe Rumble has a humongous crush on Tristana. I think that's a huge lore thing. I don't know. I think his mech is named after her or something.
Wow.
I think they have voice lines against like when they're together on the same team.
And she's like, "Oh, leave me alone."
Yeah, she's not in on it. In on it.
We have. I want to learn how to
Yeah, Rumble does have a
properly play League.
huge crush.
Not properly,
But
just try.
yeah, enough to have fun.
Enough to not hate the game.
Though the more you play the game, the less fun you'll have.
But here's the thing, Valorant has me. by
Unlock
heart.
has a death grip on you.
Yeah.
What do you think
But I
of
would learn her.
the new Valorant champ ISO? I heard Chaotic is a very big fan, and
He's a big fan.
and he's trying to convince you to let him play it
Yeah.
for playoffs.
Here's the thing. He's a very solo duelist.
Yeah, I've gathered that from watching his gameplay and talking to him.
And it's all brain. I mean, not all brain. It's literally no brain.
All
He has
aim, no brain.
All aim. He is an all aim character. I don't think he's terrible, like a lot of people have been saying, but it's just pure aim when it comes to him. It's not like
Him being Chaotic or him being
the character. I'm
okay.
talking about. I'm not talking about Chaos.
okay.
I would never say that about Chaos. Chaos is really, really good at duelists. He's also really good at Fade. Surprisingly, we found that out randomly.
Yeah, but she kind of like compared to some of the other ones, she kind of plays like a duelist, right?
Fade?
Yeah,
Not
because
really.
she's interesting.
She has like, you know who Sova is?
Yeah.
She has like an eye like Sova.
Oh, I thought that was a
And she
flashbang.
has a no. She has no flashes. She has a, and you know like Sky's dog.
Yeah.
It's like that. She gets 2 of those, and then once it gets like if there's a trail towards them from the eye.
Oh,
the
and
dog
what
will
like the
follow
ult?
it.
The ult has the same trails.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the dogs will follow the people.
I see. Does she have a thing that can pull people?
She has a thing that keeps people in a circle.
I see.
So it's like a tether. We call it a tether, or
Yeah,
the
because
other
I
name's not appropriate. So
think I saw some. There's a lot of. We were having this discussion with Overwatch. There's a couple of terms about the person who sits with the cart by themselves in Overwatch
Yeah.
that we're not allowed to say on stream. There's a few less than stream safe things that happen in every game.
Yeah.
But I think I saw some clip. I don't know if this can happen anymore. I saw some clip on Ascent is the one that's in Venice that's lifted up in the air. Okay. I saw a clip on is A the one with the door to mid, or they both have a door to mid. Dang it. Is A the one that's in the pit with the 2 doors in the that's B?
Wait.
Where it's got the big like okay.
There's
You're
a
on defending
button.
side and you go
Okay.
to the right?
B is on this side. A is on this
And
side.
then we're starting-
Oh, wait.
we're-
You're
we're
talking
talking about
about
defender spawn.
defense.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. If you're on defense, A is over here. B is over here.
Yeah, I saw something towards where like someone threw a fade grabby thing
Tether.
over the wall and it like yanked all them up.
Oh yeah, you can do that.
Okay. I thought that was really cool.
I don't
was
know
like-
if you can still do it.
Yeah, I don't know if-
probably can. Honestly, I don't see why Riot would honestly care. I just
Well,
don't.
Riot's a no fun company. But
Yeah, but also it's not used very
Yeah.
often. It's only happened to me once.
it seems very like niche, like
Yeah.
to stop a rush or something.
I guess it's more like honestly, one ways are more usable than that. Truthfully.
That's fair. Yeah. One ways in Valorant also kind of suck.
Yeah, I'm a smoke. Oh, well, I play smokes for the team. Truthfully, I love duelists the most.
Yeah, I've heard there's some drama about the whole no one wants to play smokes.
It's just me.
Well, I've
I
heard
just
that people
play
are willing
smokes.
to, but it's kind of one of the people. It's not smart. Like Vaughter, I believe, is willing to play smokes, but also, like, why would we put Vaughter on smokes? Oh, okay. Oh well, I've been fed misinformation. But yeah, I've seen that you are on Sova duty or smokes duty or something of that regard every single game.
I'm on Sova only for Breeze.
Oh, okay, but you've been playing a lot of Breeze. To be
Yeah,
fair.
well, Breeze is our best map.
Okay.
And then almost every other map, I'm Astra.
Oh, yep, that is true. I've seen a lot of Astra out of you. And then,
I'm good at Astra, but I want to kill them.
yeah. And then, I mean, Serial has been on a lot of Viper, which is kind
Viper
of.
on Breeze only.
Really? I swear they
Yeah.
played on other.
No.
Oh, but they play Cypher on other maps. Yeah. And those are kind of ish.
we
they're
just
all-
sit back and not do much,
Yeah.
honestly.
You guys are really good about, like, not being too aggro on defense. Some of the other teams that you've played against have just, like, completely inted rounds away because they just immediately, as soon as gates drop, they just kind of, oh, herder, time to press W.
Yeah.
Um,
We truthfully sometimes still have that problem, but I feel like every team has that problem.
yeah, I mean, it's impossible to stop.
Yeah.
But, oh, looks like our bot lane might fall here. 2 good flashes. They will live. Oh, we
Aw.
got a kill. Rumble killed Darius with the help of Maokai. We missed that entirely. Because
Well,
we're just blabbering about Valorant.
sorry, wrong game. Sorry.
But we're having a good time.
Valorant. I love Valorant.
Yeah, I had some fun when I played it, but I don't know. It just seemed like,
You play CS:GO, right? ISO, you'd like him.
yeah, I'm about 20 to 25% worse than Nick at CS:GO. I hit the highest rank in CS:GO, but not on, like, the ranks in CS:GO of the game ones versus, like, third-party
There's, like,
ones.
Face It and
Yeah.
stuff.
Nick hit Nick AZ Nick. Nick is AZ. He doesn't go to school here, so I can say his name. But the Valorant player that is on my team for CS, they hit level 8 at the maximum. The maximum is level 10, and I hit level 6. So they're, like, considerably better than me, but not, like, if it was a good day for me and a bad day for them, it'd be like 66% chance that they could win. So that's all. That's I think that's a good way to put it. They're, like, comfortably better than me, but not by, like, an insane amount. So I don't know. I probably could play, but I don't need to be playing another game. I already play Rocket League,
Yeah.
and I'm the captain for CS:GO. So if I started playing Valorant too, I
Valorant's
think I might
fun.
explode in terms of not requirements, but, like, things I need to do in places I needed to be.
Yeah.
Because you guys actually, like, practice, like, for real.
Twice a week.
Yeah.
I think,
I'm lucky if I practice once a week with my Rocket League team.
uh,
Because one of our guys is a master's student, and they work at Shields full time.
Masters. Dude.
Yeah, they're doing their
Imagine
MBA.
being that smart.
I don't know. I think, no affront to anyone who's doing a master's, but you don't necessarily have to be super smart to do a master's. You just have to put in a lot of work. I think, like, doctor is where you end up having to actually
Yeah.
be really smart. But we're just chilling. Looks like we got another kill on bot lane. We played DK coming down. This game is a lot more chill than the last one. We have 2 kills, but we're only up 400 gold. There's a bit of a CS lead in mid lane and bot lane.
Yeah, I can't wait till our team goes back and listens to this VOD and just hears us talk about Valorant.
Yeah, well, they
It's
don't
gonna
really
be
care. They're just happy that people get to watch their games. You have people tuning in all
fun.
the
I just
time.
hope they enjoy it.
The Rumble kill, Maverick09, is our League of Legends coach. He is the owner of the gaming den, or not owner, but, like, manager of the gaming den.
What?
Director of the game.
Director. He has a fancy office and everything. He helps them with all their drafts and stuff. He coaches them. He's super into League, so it's a good fit.
I'm
Whereas
into league skins.
we're stuck with We're stuck with Cass, who doesn't even play your game and barely plays mine.
Every time, the funny thing is when I play Valorant, like every time I play Valorant, I'll get on. He sees I'm on. He tries to open the game, and then he's like, "Oh my god, I'm here!" And then
Vanguard. Sorry, no fun allowed.
he's like, "I could just plug in another PC," and I'm like, "Do that," and he's like, "No, no."
He did. To be fair to him, he did play a lot of Rocket League over the summer. He went from like gold or silver, which is like bottom 10, 15%, to diamond, which is like top 60%
They
or
killed
top
Crack
40%.
and-
So
they
he
got
improved a
Crack
lot.
and Krog.
I peaked top 20%. Diamond.
Peak top 20%.
Wow, I've never touched Rocket League in my life.
Be thankful you haven't.
I just, no
I have-
offense. It's just the idea of car soccer
Yeah.
makes me laugh.
I didn't play Rocket League really that much till I came here, and it was like the only game that was offered that I even remotely played. Because I mean, I played League. I'm really bad at League. I put like 2,000 hours into League, and I peaked in gold, which which is like top 30% because Riot's distribution is terrible. But like that was after 2,000 hours, and I would play like 400 games a year, and I couldn't get better. It's just not a game for me. My hands are too bad.
I'm bad at it. I think, okay, I'm trying to think of how many hours I have in Valorant compared to this game. In comp alone, I think I have 2,000 hours.
Yeah.
And then I think they don't count how many hours you are in for customs, and I played a
Ton of customs.
yeah, I played like, I used to scrim every single day. Like every single day, there was like one day a week where we would have like a day off. And
Yeah.
we would do 2 to 3 scrims every day.
Yeah, that sounds pretty intense. But I bet you got better way quick.
Yeah.
Hard work.
My last team, I love them. They were all Radiant Immortals. And I was just this baby little diamond. And they like carried.
Raised you up.
They turned me into a good player.
Yeah, I mean, there's no way better to learn than to play against players way better than, well, not way better than you, like a little better than you. Because like if you're in a silver or something and you're playing that lobby,
Oh,
you're
yeah.
just not gonna have fun, not learn anything. But when they're like attain it, like you can get some kills against them, then that's when it becomes really fun. That's what I did. I had a bunch of friends that played CS, and we would just play 10 mans or 5 stack matchmaking like almost every single day for like 3 or 4 games a day.
I barely had any friends who played Valorant. I solo queued from Iron to Ascendant.
That's crazy.
Because I was too scared to talk to people.
That's fair.
But I met my team through Twitter.
There you go. I met my people, luckily because I went to university once before, flunked out, bad time.
It's okay.
But they had an esports team there, and they had like 30, 40 CS:GO players because it's insane in Europe. Like it's the biggest game by a huge amount. That and League, and that's why I started playing those because all the friends played League. There, it looks like they're bus cheese. Brush cheese here.
Car people are here.
Car people. Did you know? Yesterday, they dropped the hottest collaboration of all time in Rocket League as our bot lane's about to die.
Are we actually gonna die?
Oh, they do get the Terracle off. But, wow, if no
Whoa.
one dies here, that's crazy. That's insane. Good for them. 3v3 bot lane. Nobody falls. This guy isn't even close because when he dies, his passive is that he spawns 4 blobs. And if you don't kill all 4 blobs in time, he respawns. So there was absolutely no danger of anyone dying there. But, as I was saying, in Rocket League yesterday, the hottest collaboration of all time. Who is the most famous car you can think of? What is the most famous car you can think of?
Ferrari.
Lightning McQueen dropped in Rocket League.
Wait, no, are you kidding me?
I am not. Lightning McQueen dropped in Rocket
Oh
League
wait,
yesterday.
that's what you meant by car.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
He cost $25, and people are really angry at the people that make Rocket League right now. And there's conspiracy theories that they were saving this until they could to make people happy after they kind of screwed it over. Like they're removing player-to-player trading in the game
Oh why?
because they're going to put a Rocket League event in Fortnite, and they didn't want to have people trading Rocket League items to have their car look better in Fortnite.
Oh.
Yeah.
What? Cause that.
Because Epic Games. However bad you think Riot is, Epic Games is worse.
Is this the?
No, he dropped just today, like that. That's exactly what it looks like. He looks exactly like Lightning McQueen.
Oh my gosh.
There's like lots of famous, like, and there's a Batmobile, and there's like
I don't see someone.
the
from that-
Ectoplasm car, like the what's it called, the Ecto 8, whatever the Ghostbusters car is called. That's in the game.
Ghostbusters. I love Ghostbusters.
The Back to the Future car is there, but like Lightning McQueen
Is
by
that
far.
Back to the Future car?
Yeah. But the thing is, every single one of those cars sucks to use, and people only use like 3 cars.
Wait, why do they suck to use? Is
'Cause-
cosmetics in the way?
Each car has different hitboxes,
It's
and based on
well-
the hitbox, it's like how well it lines up with the model of the car lines up with the actual hitbox.
Oh.
Because every car is a rectangle, technically like a rectangle. It's just how it looks in game that changes.
Oh.
And there's like 5 different rectangles that you can choose from, but people only really like one rectangle, and there's only 2 cars that look like that rectangle at all,
Oh.
and that's the only ones that pros use. It's
Uh,
very interesting.
Who is the girl talking about Rocket League? Me.
Oh, that's the neighborhood I was talking about earlier. That I was expressing surprise that they drove an Outback.
Oh.
Um,
I
they're
know
they're
nothing
quite the character.
I know nothing about Rocket League.
My good friend.
I know you hit ball into net.
Hit ball in the net. That's it.
Hit
sometimes
ball, boost on
Just
ground.
just hitting the balls enough, honestly.
There's boost on ground. You know, I rather play
Well,
Animal Party.
if you show up to in April, there will be a Big Sky State Games LAN, sponsored by Big Sky State Games. They're the people that do like all the high school tournaments. Like if they do like state tournaments for high school and stuff, and they've just graciously decided to sponsor a Rocket League event,
Oh.
collegiate Rocket League event, where the winner gets $1,500 in scholarship money.
Oh my gosh.
So that'll be fun. Something to watch out for later in the year is Kronk and
Oh.
Teku fighting. Yeah, that's what I meant, where he dunks you and does 1 billion damage. Luckily, it wasn't enough to kill Kronk, but Kronk might die here anyway.
No.
Goodbye, Kronk. It was nice knowing you. So, looks like Honolulu is coming. Hawaii, rather, not Honolulu. Hawaii is coming back into this.
Whale.
Yeah. Well, UH. I thought Hawaii, Honolulu. The only H town I can think of in
Their-
Hawaii is Honolulu. I
Their
know
name's
nothing about Hawaii.
Whale.
Whale.
Am
And
I
it looks
saying
like
it right? Yeah.
looks like we're gonna get the same map again. See these little gates of spawn, which is kind of boring because I wanted to show you a different one, but at least you know what's happening now.
Sure.
You don't have to do the groundwork. So this
Are-
game is actually really even right now. It's
Yeah.
20 minutes in, and there is 700 gold between them, which is basically nothing. We do have 2 dragons, so we're closer to getting 4 dragons than they are, which is a big advantage. But this game is probably 50-50 right now. About as close to 50-50 as you're ever going to see at 20 minutes in. This one's going to be a lot slower. This game's probably going to be like, without anything super drastic happening, this is probably going to be like a 35, 40-minute game. I don't think anything happening real soon here. So you mentioned Valorant is your one true love. What got you into Valorant? Because it only came out a couple years
was-
ago.
Yeah, that's when I first got a PC.
I see. And you just picked Valorant and went
You
with it.
want to know why? I thought it was pretty.
That's
I
fair.
thought the characters looked cool. I thought the game looked cool. Because here's the thing. I was secretly kind of a League fan.
Mhm.
I don't know anything about how to play League, but I really liked the characters.
Mhm.
And I didn't have like a PC. I had nothing to play League of Legends on. I tried really hard to play League once on my mom's MacBook.
Yeah.
Could not do that at all. No clue what the heck I was doing. Never touched it again. But I watched like the lore. Watched when a character would come out because I liked how it looked.
Yeah.
And then Riot was like, "Oh,
Check out this.
Valorant!" And for my graduation present for my grandmother, I got a PC because
Yeah.
because my mom said I was trying to save up money for a PC, and my mom said, "No, that will rot your brain. I won't let you buy one." So my grandma bought me a PC as a graduation present, a pre-built one.
Hot dog. And you just built another one the other day. You were
Yeah.
out there going crazy because you were having
I didn't do
struggles with
anything.
struggles with the pre-built.
Giga Bear did most of it.
Yeah, that guy
all
knows
of
his
it,
stuff.
honestly.
But
But yeah, that's how I
if
got
there's,
into Valorant.
there's
Right.
one thing Riot is good at. They do very, very good character designs. They're really well fleshed out compared to almost any other. They like hire professional writers and stuff. They do a good job at that.
And I don't know, the lore in Valorant's really good.
Yeah.
The characters are really good.
And the fun thing about it is
Except
too,
Yoru. I mean, what?
like you don't have to like dive into lore to enjoy the characters either.
Yeah,
Like the lore only serves to improve.
but like, and then Riot has like the really good cinematic videos
Oh
too.
yeah, they're crazy good.
Yeah,
And then
and then the cosplayers always
cosplayers
do
are
them
awesome.
justice, and it's crazy.
That and then like they do their esports events are always fun.
Mm-hmm.
Like there are tons of boring esports events out there. They always do kind of fun. Their stages are always awesome.
Yeah.
And they always do the players well. It's fun. Right? Riot does a lot of things right for the most part. They do a lot of things I'm not a fan of, but they do some really good things too.
Yeah, when I first started playing Valorant, I didn't know what a sense was. I didn't know what a DPI. That's how
Yeah.
baby I was
It's
when I first started.
and now you take that for granted, but like someone else starting new. I guarantee you there's some of the people on like what's the bottom Copper is the bottom team that probably didn't even know about that before they started.
Yeah, I love hanging out with Copper.
They're chill.
Copper, I love Copper so much.
They're
They're
having
so
a good
sweet.
time. I had
And they all want to just learn. It's great.
yeah, I had Sir Scoots casting with me. He was chill dude. He got really excited. Like he was having so much fun casting that he kind of talked over me like a whole bunch. But it was just from
He
pure
gets so
like
excited.
yeah, from pure enthusiasm for the game.
You should
so-
have seen him at the volleyball game.
I think were they sitting kind of up and yeah. I think they were behind me. I was sitting with my girlfriend, so I didn't interact with a lot of other people. She was just kind of we were chilling together, and then we were sitting with Neonar and Lucifer actually.
Oh.
So pretty fun. We had a great time there. It's just gotten so big. Like last year, I knew like I think probably like 70-80% of the people. Now I like probably no less than 50. It's just exploded so much here as we win a huge fight here.
That's
Darius on the side lane, not there. So we go 4 for 1,
oh my god.
and we get the third Drake. So
That puts us ahead a lot. Right?
we're in a really, really commanding spot now. They can't ever let us get another dragon for the rest of the game if they want to win.
Oh.
Because once we get 4, we get the soul, which was that lightning thing we talked about.
Okay.
So it really has to be tip top from Hawaii here. Yeah.
Ooh.
It's not, and that's not just from the soul. Usually the team that has soul is way farther ahead, but like that's kind of a loaded stat, but it's also not that loaded. 90% with soul is just, it's really, really strong. There's a lot of good besides the coding for the games. Yeah.
Yeah.
Top diff. We're going crazy. We're missing out on all the chat. We're just blabbing to each other.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah. You're just on a 2-minute delay, so it's tough to see.
Someone said copper. I love copper.
Proper shill.
I mean,
Tan's
Tan's the
Clan's the one that was Maroon last season, more or less.
Oh, it was?
Yes. And then Glacier's
I-
chill. I've met a couple people on Glacier.
I think okay, so I joined the esports team one other time, but not really.
Mhm.
And it was like when you guys had like 4 people for Valorant in total, and then I kind of like.
Oh! Is this the mysterious person who was Ascendant, but she was too busy to play?
Yeah, I was playing for a different team in
Yeah.
VCT Game Changers.
I
Sorry.
see.
I'm not sorry.
It clicks. That's the person that I had heard about. Ryan was like, yeah, there's this girl who's really good, and we'd love to have on the team, but she's just too busy to play for us. And we're like, oh, okay. And then we did pretty well last year. We went to Nationals, and I think, do you know where we finished at Nationals, Cass? I think we got like, yeah, 3rd, 4th. I was going to say, I'm pretty sure we got top 5.
Well, now
for our
I'm
division.
here.
Yeah, I think you have a good shot if they don't move you up. You might get moved up a division.
I will honestly. I would love to get moved up to division. I like challenges. It would just have to. You would see me on Valoplant. Do you know what Valoplant is?
No.
It's a website where you can make. It's like literally has the map, and you can.
Oh, you can like
plays.
put smokes and stuff and
You can make not practice. It's like It's like a whole outline of like a play.
drawing up a strat or
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
I have.
Big fan of preset strats.
Oh yeah, I am. I have like a strat
playbook?
for almost every single. Yeah, I do. I have one for almost every single map, and for both defense and attack, and depending on what side we want to go or default.
Yeah.
But we haven't used them.
Because I ain't even rolling your division.
Yeah.
The one game you lost, you were like hilariously trolling.
I shook them. Did you know about that?
No, but
We lost
I
one
think I
map.
made some joke about the Maroon team getting absolutely reamed after losing that game.
Oh yeah, I got on everyone. I took someone and I shook them. And then I went up to each and every one of their faces, and I literally called out every single person on everything.
Yeah.
And I told them where's their egos that they usually have.
Yeah, and then they straightened up and flow right. That game
Yeah.
after was exceedingly dominant, and the following game.
If you notice, every single time I call a timeout, we never lose a round after.
Yeah.
It's because I get on them,
I mean,
and then they somehow.
that's the mark of good leadership, I guess.
And then somehow they win every round after.
Yeah,
So I guess that works.
I heard Monday's game was also a little bit silly.
I yelled at them too. I didn't yell.
But not in a bad way, but like you kind of already had first seat locked up. You're kinda
Yeah.
just playing for fun. But next week, playoff start. Better be locked in for that because you'll be playing against a team from another division,
What team?
other conference. You'll be playing against, if you were like West A, you'll be against West B.
What rank would they be like?
They'll be the same. Are you in Emergence? It'll be in another Emergence division. So
Oh, okay.
they'll be the 4th place team from the other Emergence division.
Cool.
Usually, I don't know. For Rocket League, it's West A and West B. So we're playing against West B4, 4th place seed. But you guys might, I don't know how many Valorant teams there are. You might be like Pacific Northwest or
We
something.
have 4.
But looks like we're fighting here. We are down the Tristana.
Oh my gosh.
She's pushing into the base. We lose 2 right off the bat. We get 1 in return. And
Oh my gosh.
yeah, so
What?
we lose 4.
Tristana's just.
But Tristana is killing the base. Or she
Oh.
was until Oriana. I didn't realize Oriana had TP'd. So she has this purple summoner spell that every 6 minutes
Oh,
she can
and they're
teleport.
taking away the dragon.
They can take one, but in 5 minutes there'll be another one.
Okay, so then they have a chance to get soul still.
UNI Panthers Esports, thank you for the raid. That's pretty crazy. Love to see that.
Thank you.
Yeah, every 5 minutes, a new dragon spawns. And then once you kill the Baron, every 5 minutes another Baron spawns. And then
So they still have a chance to get soul?
yes,
Oh, okay.
they have
So
1, 2, 3 more chances to get soul. Because in
so
3 chances they'll both be on.
okay,
three-
that makes sense. So they have to make sure they can't get a dragon for the rest of the whole
Yep.
game. Not
And
like a
then
time
once
period.
one team gets the soul, after every 6 minutes an Elder Dragon spawns. It does a true damage burn. True damage can't be like if you do physical damage, armor blocks a part of it. If you do magic damage, magic resist blocks part of it. But if you do true damage, nothing can block it. So it does a true damage burn, which just does obscene damage. It's like 50 damage a second or something like that. And then if they have that burn on them and they go below 25% HP, they immediately die. They just get executed. Like a big
Oh.
dragon goes, whoa, and it breathes on them and they just die. Looks like Neonara gonna get caught out here and picked, and that's gonna give Hawaii inside track to the Baron, because they're a man up. Oh, and they're gonna get the jungler too. So junglers have this thing called smite. They both have it.
And it's like they have fully finished something. They get like HP
Yeah.
or something, or is that how it works?
They get so Replay DK has a red smite, so they get a burn on any damage they do, and Sussy Cyrus, the Zac, has green smite, which gives them a little shield.
Oh, okay.
But when they use it, it does 1,200 damage to any minion or monster. So any jungle camps or a dragon or a baron, it does 1,200 damage instantly to it. And so it's what you use to secure so the other team can't steal it. And so if you kill the enemy jungler, it's really hard for the other team to try and steal the baron from you. Looks like we lost our top laner. We may be going to a game 3 here. Hawaii.
Get it together, Maroon.
Yeah, this Maroon's like pretty fairly placed in their division. They're like
Yeah.
one of the better teams, but it's not like some of the other teams that we have that are just kind of like way better than everyone else in their division.
I'm kidding.
Well, that's our team too.
Yeah.
We hadn't dropped a single game, and then we dropped one game. We play best of 5s, so we hadn't dropped any games, and then we dropped one game. Looks like they're hitting the Baron. Is Replay DK going to go in? Oh, he got it!
Oh!
Replay DK went over, and he used his smite, and he stole the Baron.
Oh my god.
So Montana, that immediately gives you your whole team 1,500 gold and the Baron buff.
And that's gonna help us a lot more.
It's going to help us not lose. But Fenrir Fenrir dies because Darius things. But Lucifer is just playing split push Tristan.
That's so funny.
That every time we look, Tristana is on the other side of the map trying to kill the base.
Someone said every 5 minutes a new dragon spawns in Valorant. No.
No. Gotta watch out for that. That'd be cool though. If like
That'd be annoying.
that'd be a cool ult. Like
As an ult, yeah.
like a dragon comes down and it like does like a brim ult, but in a path.
I just keep thinking of the Ender Dragon.
Yeah,
When someone just has the Ender Dragon as an ult.
they knock everybody up.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting. Like something that knocks people up and kills them with fall damage. That'd be
That would be interesting.
that'd be a funny thing to do. Kind of like
I mean, you can do that with Deadlock, technically.
that's true. She's the cocoon lady. Yeah.
I know, this is how nerdy I am. I know Deadlock lineups from different angles of the maps, especially on Ascent. If you can hit it off a piece of rubble in the ground, on the sky,
Uh-huh.
because
It
it's
just
floating,
draws them up.
it draws them up and they're stuck there, and then it drops them and they die from fall damage.
Unless they're jet.
No,
Speaking
they'll
of,
just die.
even if you're jet and you fall, can you not float?
Well, it will just let you go immediately, and then during that whole time, you have enough time to defuse the bomb, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, I see.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, but Jet could survive the fall damage is what I meant.
Oh yeah, she can. I don't.
You should tell
I
that
haven't
to
seen a Jet so far.
You should tell
Not Dr.
Claptrap that Jet it can't take fall damage if she plays it right. Just pass that along for me, will you? We were watching, Gigabear and I were watching the game, and they they were trying to jump on one of the pyramids on Breeze, and they had an op, and they fell down. Wow. So Tristana killed one person, and I guess that wins the game. Tristana decided to join a single fight. Tristana has a 750 gold bounty, so if they kill Tristana, they get 750 extra gold on top of the 300. So they're 950 gold, which means they're really, really far ahead and really, really strong. Tristana decided to join one fight, and immediately Montana just wins the game.
That's crazy.
We get
we got the soul.
We got the soul, and it looks like 35 minutes as it's about to take over. I don't think we'll be able to end right here.
But we'll be able.
We're in a really good position to end.
Oh, why did I just press?
But we're just chilling. That went from, I thought, not gonna lie, I thought Hawaii was gonna make a comeback, and now that is significantly harder. Gold is still really even,
Yeah.
but the soul is worth, I think, like 3,000 gold in stats.
Oh my gosh.
So you just kind of have to add that to whatever you see. Somewhere between 3,000 and 5,000 gold.
I love the skin replay DK has.
The Meow Kai?
Yeah.
Is that what it is? Yeah.
It's so funny.
You can get different like cat patterns on the head.
You can?
Yeah, there's like chromas. So you can get like he can be green or blue or orange, and depending on what color are, he gets different cat face on top of his head.
That's so
He throws
cute.
little kittens that chase you if you walk near them.
That's so cute.
It's a really good skin. It's probably his best skin. And I think it was originally like an April Fool's skin, but people love it so much. See, look, little kitten,
Oh my gosh.
and then explodes on you and does damage. So we're just, I think what Montana's waiting to do is for the next Baron to spawn, and they'll try and take that and end the game with it. Okay, yeah, this is what I was talking about. This white dragon, that's the one that'll execute. So should Montana not get this Baron? Oh, it looks like we're collapsing on the Darius. This either goes very well or very badly.
Because Darius is Darius.
He's very strong 1v1.
Oh.
But Darius made it out. Wasted, I think, just the Maokai ult, but as you can see, the bar's taken up
Yeah.
so fast. It's not that long a cooldown. Just a minute to Baron. So what they're doing right now is there are wards that the support purchases, and they give vision. So what they're doing right now is fighting for vision over this area. Because it's in League of Legends, it's really, really dangerous to walk into places that are dark.
Why is it so cute?
There are tons of war skins. This is a Star Guardian skin.
I love the Star Guardians.
Did they do a collaboration with that? I feel like
No.
they did. Oh.
I'm
I
s-
guarantee you they will do that eventually.
I think better. They did like some battle pass skins that were like Star related, but they weren't like directly Star Guardian.
I see.
But they gave like dollar store Star Guardian vibes.
I see. So we're just, yeah. So they're just trying to make sure that neither team is going to end up walking into like a,
So many words, Jesus.
yeah, walking into darkness. And it looks like Montana has one out. So going into the river, like walking into your own jungle is usually not super dangerous, but walking into past the river without having vision in it is just no bueno. We need Montana to get a pick or Tristana to march the minions into the base. So Oriana and Tristana both have TP. So what they're looking to do is stay down here and kind of not let the other one do anything. And then as soon as the fight starts, they're going to teleport over there to join the fight. So both teams are just kind of waiting for the other team to do something. Hawaii wants Montana to start the Baron because the Baron does damage to you. So they want to start the Baron, so they start off with the fight in an advantageous position. And Montana is waiting for Hawaii to walk in the river and overextend a little bit. As we do see a little bit of a fight.
Why?
Neonara going to fall here, yeah. So off the bat, big win, but Sussy Sire, waste their dunk. So this is a huge, crazy fight. Oh, they didn't waste their dunk. Darius, gotta watch out for him. So 3 for 1. That's gonna be the Baron going over to Hawaii. This is uncontested. 1 minute, the Elder Dragon will spawn. It's 40 seconds-ish. It takes about 20 seconds to... Actually, there are portals, so it takes about 15 seconds for them to walk from their spawn to the dragon. So that's what they're going to do. They're going to... As soon as Montana spawns again, there's going to immediately be a fight over this dragon. And whoever gets that dragon wins the game. We just heard that ding.
Yeah.
That means the game is over. Normally, that kind of spoils who wins it, but right now, I have no clue who's going to win this. This game is going to end in the next 3 minutes, and I could not tell you who's going to do it.
Oh my god.
Whoever wins the fight on this Elder Dragon.
This is nerve-wracking.
This is a 40-minute banger, clanger banger classic. And it's all come down to this. One last fight. Who can click their buttons better and win? Montana is down 3K gold, but they do have the soul, so they're probably just a tiny little bit ahead.
Who got Baron? Did anyone?
They did. They did.
Oh, okay.
Baron also gives you increased stats.
Yeah.
It gives you like 30 ability damage and 30 attack damage. Oh, we get the ADC right off the bat. But no, we don't. Wow, they're immortal. Huge fight. Lucifer's going to fall, and that is going to be the game for Honolulu, I guarantee. Oh, wow. This fight is going on forever. Darius is going to start Yeah, Darius. Darius got way too huge this game, and that will be the game going over to Hawaii. I told you. I have no clue who's going to – I knew someone's going to win it.
Wait.
I kind of thought it maybe would have been Montana because they had done way more damage to the base, but – this game is over.
You really? It is?
Yeah.
Oh.
They're marching down. It's 40 seconds before anybody's up.
Yeah, I forgot there's like the big
Death
timers.
Yeah, the longer the game goes on and the higher level you are, the longer death timers are.
Oh.
So because if in the beginning of the game, you can die, like if you die level 1, you're dead for like 4 seconds. So if that was the case, if it stayed the same as the game went on,
oh my gosh, this is crazy.
It would just be too hard to end. But now we're tied up. I think we get side selection, so we can pick which side we start on. But we're gonna be back in another 5 minutes. I really need to use the restroom. Hello.
Do this. They messed it up.
Okay, so wow, this is a
Nani?
Sejuani duty for replay DK. Womp womp. Looks like we flexed the Tristana. We got the Oriana.
We got Aatrox.
Wow, their team is completely different. Like they have the Zac, but their team plays completely different out. Their last team played. Our team is kind of the same. Sejuani kind of does the same thing as Maokai.
Yeah.
it's
Doesn't
like-
she ride like a giant
Boar
a boar?
named Bristles.
Bristles.
Yeah, she and do you know who Ash is?
Yeah.
She and Ash, their tribes are mortal enemies.
Oh.
They're both leaders of their tribe, and they hate each other. But they were friends when they were little girls.
Of
But
course,
then
it's that's backstory.
they grew up to be like leaders of their tribe, so they don't hate each other, but they're forced to.
Isn't Garen the one that just go? Woo?
Yeah, he spins around. He's from this place called Demacia that hates magic.
Isn't he where Lux is from?
Yeah, he's Lux's brother.
Oh.
His name is Garen Crown Guard. Her name is Luxana Crown Guard. But they're really against magic in Demacia.
Oh.
And Lux is magic, but she's royalty, so they hide it. But Garen is like super anti-magic.
Does he know his sister is magic?
No. But he spins. But his ultimate ability is he calls down a huge magic sword from the sky to smite people. So he uses magic unwittingly.
He seems.
But he's not like purposefully hypocritical, but he's like
Stupid.
unknowingly very hypocritical. He's very what's the word? Hunk? What's the stupid
He's
big man?
Stupid big man.
Yeah, stupid, very fit man. That's what he is. And then we have same Zac, same guy. Ziggs is also a Yordle. He's insane. He
Does
makes
he
bombs.
Put, like, bombs?
Yeah. He was. Do you know who Heimerdinger is from Arcane?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was. After Arcane, after Heimerdinger gets kicked out from the council, he starts open a shop, and Ziggs is his partner. But Ziggs goes insane and blows stuff up. Completely unrelated to Jinx, actually, but he just goes insane and wants to blow stuff up.
I love Jinx.
Jinx, obviously, you probably know a whole bunch about
Yeah,
Arcane.
of course I do. I cried so much watching Arcane. I won't lie.
Okay, hot take of the century. I really, really, really hated like the last 5 minutes of Arcane.
Get out. Get out.
It was so that at the end there she shoots the rocket at the thing.
Yeah.
I was not a big fan of that. They could have. I know they're hyping up for season 2 or whatever. I really did not feel satisfied after I finished the last episode, and not in like a I want to see more way, in a like this is really stupid kind of way.
I cried like a baby.
It was sad. I'm a man. I'm not allowed to cry.
Just
So
their sister.
What? No, yeah, you are.
no, that's how it works. That's the rules.
That guy, Gorgeous George in chat says they are sisters, including Lysandra.
That is not true. I believe Ash has
Who?
Avarosa's bow. Avarosa was one of the sisters of Lysandra.
Oh,
Lysandra is related. Lysandra's like a 1,000-year-old witch. She is not related she's not directly related to Sejuani and Ash. Nami is a mermaid. She's a mermaid.
I knew that one.
She has a bubble. She does bubble. She summons a tidal wave. She's pretty cool. Oh, this is cool. I want to look at this. So we first picked Oriana. They picked Ziggs Zac first rotation. Then we on to Sejuani Trist. So it looks like we went same like mid laner, jungler, ADC, and then we went support, counter pick support. We picked top laner and they picked Garen. Garen's pretty good in Aatrox. Because Aatrox, like he has a sword that he slams down on the ground. And if you stand in that slam, you take a lot of damage. But if you don't stand in that slam, he's basically useless.
Mm-hmm.
And Garen moves around at Mach Jesus, spinning in a circle. And Beyblade, let it rip. Yeah, he's upgraded tiers of Beyblade. I believe. What did they play game 1?
They're in.
Malphite. Malphite does not spin. But then Darius spins. He spins his axe around in a circle, and then Garen spins like really fast. This Garen skin is really cool. In his main skins, he only has one sword and he spins. But in this skin, he splits his sword in two, and he spins like with his arms out instead of just one.
Also, if you spam the taunt, he makes a clinking noise.
Clink, clink, clink.
Clink, clink,
He has a. You'll see if he does any of the emotes, he has a big dog. Oh, we're cheesing. Look at.
What?
Oh, we got him. Oh, but he runs away.
Rude.
So what's gonna happen now is they're gonna counter invade. They're gonna go get a ward on. Yeah, see, they're gonna get a ward here. Or, no, they're not. Interesting. They saw 4 people top lane and just kind of said, okay. Usually you'll see one of them walk and get like a ward on the enemy red buff, but just wanted to play it completely safe. This game is for all the marbles. Best of 3s here in League of Legends. I think every game in NECC is best of 3s except for Rocket League because the games are so fast.
Oh, what are they?
Best of 5s because game is 5 minutes in Rocket League.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it's 5 minutes, and then if you're tied, it's golden goal. So that they can last a little longer, but usually it doesn't
What the heck?
last super long.
Oh, she got octopus legs now.
Oh yeah, this is a brand new skin where she's like an evil demon instead of an.
And she still looks pretty, honestly.
There's a Coven skin line, Coven skin line.
I have the Morgana Coven skin.
Yeah, where they're all like technically evil, but they're all like really good skins. So we got Heartseeker Jinx, where she's it's like a Valentine skin from like forever ago.
Isn't there like a cat that matches it or something?
Yumi, yes,
Yes.
Heartseeker Yumi. Yumi's in a really bad spot right now. She used to be like really strong and really unfun to play against, and now she's really weak and really unfun to play against. But this is what he does. He bonks you, and then when he bonks you, you can't do anything other than move. Like, you can't use any abilities. So he bonks you, and then he spins on you. And then as the game goes on, he's going to bonk you and spin on you and kill you before you can do anything. Before the silence goes away. Which is really fun and interactive. But he's not as good as he used to be. He got nerfed pretty recently. So he's still strong, but he's not as unbelievably disgusting. This skin from Aatrox is commemorating the last. So every year, if you win Worlds, you get to pick one champion, and Riot will make you a skin for that champion.
Oh.
And so the Aatrox skin is one of the people who won last Worlds picked Aatrox, and this is the skin that they got.
I pick Lux.
I don't believe there's a
Don't think
World
she
Lux skin.
doesn't
Yeah.
have them.
Yeah, because Lux has never been good like right during World.
Oh yeah.
She's been good like throughout the season multiple times,
Pick her
but
for the troll.
yeah. There's a Chinese mid laner named Duan B or Doin B, something like that. I think it's Duan B, and his wife plays League of Legends, and all she does is play Malphite. That's the only champion she plays, and he picked Malphite mid, so he could play a Malphite game. And when he won Worlds, he picked Malphite for her.
That's so cute.
Yeah, it's very sweet. He and his wife, like, he's like 21, but he and his wife have been together since they were like 16. So
Oh my gosh.
he just had happened to end up being a League of Legends pro player. Oh, huge bubble!
Oh.
That is so sad. Neonar flashed into the bubble, trying to ignite the
Oh,
Nami, and they both got knocked up. That's insane. That's super lucky, but that's the way the cookie crumbles, and it looks like 2 kills going to go over in bot lane here.
I'm so scared.
Game is not over by any stretch of the imagination, but that is not something you want to see to lead off the game. See, Jinx has a bounty, so that means she's ahead. She's worth 450 gold right now. So if we kill her, we get extra. But it does look like this Aatrox is bullying the crud out of the Garen. Ooh, takes a tower shot. So we're going to recall. Our Maroon team, they're pretty good about... They're very... How do I phrase this? their comms are really good, except for when they get flustered and they turn really, really bad. So as long as they can stay composed and they don't get too flustered over this, they should be okay. Like, this is not an insurmountable lead by any stretch of the imagination. But they do have to play well in order, like, it's not a free game. No. Hopefully we see something other than X-Tech Soul, so we can educate you and those at home about what the different souls do. But I think we're going to see Montana kind of clamp up a little beat. I don't know why. They're going to clamp up a little bit, and they're going to play pretty passive for the next 5 to 10 minutes. Just kind of survive the laning phase. Laning phase is like kind of the first 14 minutes. It is usually when the plates fall. That's kind of considered the end of laning phase. And so that's at 14 minutes. And once that happens, teams start to change where on the map they send their people and stuff like that. But I think, ooh, that was really good from Ziggs. So he has this ability where he puts like a satchel down, and if he stands on top of the satchel when he puts the satchel down, he can choose when to explode it by pressing the button again.
Oh my god, he's Raze.
Yeah, exactly like Raze. If he stands on top of it, he can launch himself.
A rat version of Raze.
Yeah, he's a little rat Raze. And he loves exploding things, and he throws he loves bombs. His ult is not a rocket launcher, but his ult is he throws a bomb all the way as far as he can across the map.
Is the child of Tristana in
Yep, something like that.
Zig.
That's not a bad... Because Tristana's ult, I don't know if you saw it last game, she takes this big spiky ball and she shoots it at people and it pushes them away.
Oh.
It's a really good, like, get off me button, which is really helpful in League. It looks like we're going to have a gank bot lane, but Directed Cam decides we're going top lane. And now we're back bot lane. As this gank not going to pan out, really. We get a chunk onto... Oh, split call. Fenrir going to die. And when Jinx gets a kill, she gets excited and she does more damage. So lucky that Replay DK made it out. So even more behind. Jinx is a hyper carry, so she gets really, really strong with golden items, and she's kind of weaker early is a little bit of a trade-off. And so her getting ahead early is really scary. So normally ADC's auto attacks, you only do damage to one person, but she has this ability where she can turn her auto attacks into rocket launchers that do AoE damage. So she pumps out insane amounts of damage. There's also this item called Runan's Hurricane that makes your auto attacks hit 3 people at once. So she'll hit 3 people at once with rocket launchers, and she'll just blow teams up.
Oh my god.
And they do, not only do they do AoE damage, they do 110% of your auto attack damage. They do, and they give you like, I think, 120 extra range. So you hit people from really far away, from a ton of damage, AoE. She gets really, really scary as the game goes on, especially with a support like, not Lulu, but Lulu is one of them, but with a support like Nami that buffs her up. Jinx is the character to watch this game. If Jinx does well, Hawaii will do well. That's really all we're waiting on. Does look like Aatrox is really far ahead of the Garen, which is nice to see. But yeah, 500, not 5,000, 500 gold ahead. But Jinx is 1,100 gold ahead of Tristana, which is,
oh gosh,
that's a lot. That's a pretty significant lead, especially at this point in the game.
Jinx relying on her ability, like items so much.
Yeah, Tristana gets really strong late too, but she's not quite as strong as Jinx because she doesn't have the ability to do as much multi-target damage. She does more damage to one target because of her bomb, but She does not do it. Oh. See, he splits in these little blobs, and if you kill the blobs,
Oh.
he doesn't respawn. And we get the blobs. So we do get a kill and the Rift Herald. You've seen it. It's like the big crab thing.
Yeah, you put
and
it down
charges
on
the
the
turret.
lane.
Yeah. But if you drop it before 15 minutes, it'll hit the turret and give you plate gold. So it's really, if you can get it for free, it's really strong early, but it's kind of risky to go for because you can lose the fight and then you lose stuff. Like Hawaii just did. They went for the fight and they lost a bunch of stuff for it. They lost the guy and they lost the Herald, and they lost their player, they lost the Herald, and they're going to lose gold on the turret. So it's very coin flippy and risky. It's like pushing on both sides of the map for ult orbs. There you go.
Oh, yeah.
Ult orbs aren't as important.
Yeah, I know. But it's that kind of thing where, like, if you get both, it can put you kind of far ahead, but it's really risky to do.
That's true, honestly. I mean, ult orbs are actually important. I don't know. I said they're not. It's really important to get them.
Yeah, you were, I think last week, you were doing some thing, and then someone almost took the ult orb from Chaotic when he was 1 point off for Fade ult. And then you calmed it, and he took it, and then that game was insane. He would Fade ult, and literally everyone got off the site. They were not screwing around.
It's really scary to be Fade ulted sometimes. To me, it's not scary being Fade ulted, but to a lot of people, if you don't have a certain amount of map awareness or game awareness, it's really scary because sound for people don't. It is like really important in the game,
Yeah.
and people tend to freak out when they get Fade ulted.
It's a big, scary ultimate with lots of visual cues. Looks like we're going to see another 3v3 bot lane here. We can see the Zac. He's kind of sneaking into the bush. Ooh, A&R going to fall.
Oh,
Oh, Replay DK misses the ult too. That's the bomb that came from mid lane. Replay DK going to fall. And Jinx is just gargantuan at this point. Aatrox is going to chase the Garen and see if he can get a kill. He does flash. They both flash, so that's worth. But, man, this Jinx is just getting scarier and scarier.
is there any way they can shut her down or no?
Yeah, if they hit... So Sejuani has this ability where she throws this bola, and if you get hit by it, you get stunned and frozen. And you can... That's our best tool. It's really, you can throw it from really far away too, so you can kind of get onto her, hit it from a long ways away, but we don't really have any tools to follow it up. If we can put, so Orianna has, you've seen she has the ball.
Yeah.
She can put the ball on someone.
Yeah.
So if we Sejuani ult, and then we put the ball on Sejuani, she dashes in, and we Orianna ult, we kind of can blow her up, but it's not super easy for us to reach her, especially because she's got Ghost. And as the game goes on, she's going to get really fast, and it's going to be really easy for her to dodge stuff because she's moving so fast.
Yeah.
So that's a really greedy summoner spell to take. Like, it doesn't do a lot for you in lane, but as the game goes on, it gets stronger and stronger. So the fact that she got through laning phase with only that, while taking that summoner spell, is less than ideal.
Yeah.
But the game is still very much far from over. It's only a 1.5K gold lead. They do get 2 dragons, though. So we're going to get the mountain dragon. So this changes the map a little bit. They'll be like right here, there's like a little island here that wasn't before, and right here there was an island that wasn't before. It changes up the map. Yeah, see, this gets added here, and then we go up.
Wait, why?
Because whichever dragon the third one is, changes the map. That's why they were the gates on the two.
The
before.
hex.
The Hextech gate, because it was a Hextech dragon. And the
Okay,
mountain dragon puts little mountains on the map.
That makes sense.
So this dragon will give armor and magic resist every time we kill one of them. And then if we kill 4 of them, we get a big shield and extra armor and magic resist. So it just makes you really tanky, like a mountain. I think that's actually pretty good for our team. We kind of like that one. It's their team likes it too, but I think we like it more. But holy smokes, that Jinx
is doing so much.
she's incredibly strong right now. Looks like we're gonna fight top lane. Both Zach and Sejuani are here, but Sejuani runs away. You can see, so Jinx has the same item as Tristana, has the Kraken Slayer, but has boots and up tier 2 boots and a pickaxe, whereas Tristana just has the components for the tier 2 boots. So that's how you can tell that she's further ahead. Now, Jinx did just get the turret, so that means Tristana is kind of free to farm in the bot lane. Jinx is going to start moving around the map, and Tristana can try and kill minions to try and catch up. But this game is getting kind of rough. Losing mid turret this early too is
Not ideal.
not good. Nayunara taking a huge chunk. Wow. Barely living. Good flash.
Whoa.
That's the Bola. So we're on to...
She got Jinx ulted.
Kronk, though, is pretty strong. Oh, wow. Garen gets Kronk. And this is going to be the... This game is getting way out of hand. Tristana, the last one left alive. We're down 5k gold at 15 minutes. This is what I talked about when Maroon, when their comms get clouded, they kind of start... they shut down really easily when they get behind. They took really, really well from ahead. I think Maroon, when they are ahead or even, are probably the best team in the division by like a pretty good amount. But when they fall behind, they clam up and they stop talking for the most part. We have seen a couple of close, like almost comebacks, but they've been most of them have been a little bit too little, too late, and this Jinx is just monstrous. This is Jinx from Arcane in this game. She's so OP. She will run at you with impunity and deal insane amounts of damage while being pretty mobile still. So she did use Flash and Ghost, which means we have about, well, at the beginning we had 5 minutes. Right now we probably have 4 minutes before she gets her Flash back up again. To see if we can try and kill her. We need to punish her for not having Flash, because she's going to get back up, and if we try and fight with her Flash up, she's just going to flash whatever we fight with, try to use on her.
Yeah.
We just need... If we kill Jinx, the whole fight can be over. Jinx is a full item up over Tristana. This Infinity Edge... Tristana has a longsword, which is 350 gold. Jinx has an Infinity Edge, which is, I believe, 3,300 gold. So, she is redonkulous. Like, there's no champion. She loses 1v1 to Aatrox. If she runs into Aatrox 1v1, she might die. But, that being said, it's incredibly easy for her to avoid Aatrox 1v1. She has a beefy Zac and a beefy Garen to stand in front of her, too, to make it hard for us to get to her. It's not doomed, but Montana needs to focus up and play well if they want to win this one. Nayunara going to get caught out. She's just looking for a play, and unfortunately got hit by the Jinx W. And if you get hit by the Jinx W, it reveals you. And so Zac can engage from like a screen away.
Oh.
Just not respecting that, and very unfortunate. Looks like we might get a kill on the Ziggs here. Fenrir will get one. Replay DK trying to go in and steal it, but they go over the wall and kill him before it gets low enough for him to steal it. So they are on soul point. So now the shoe is on the other foot. Montana has to stop Hawaii from getting another dragon all game.
Oh my gosh.
It's big stressful right now. Oh, flash out from Garen. He says, I want none of that. Doesn't want to be the one to give up any kind of advantage to Montana. We will get a turret here. So we will get 250 gold across the team spread out. But that's only 50 gold per person, which is, I mean, it's nice, but it's not
crazy.
Yeah. And it's 250 gold for an outer turret.
Plus 250 for the bounty.
Oh, no. I meant 250 gold extra.
Oh.
Sorry. You do get a little a gold for the turret already, but it's only 50 gold extra with the bounty. But bot lane turrets get kind of low. We can maybe claim a bounty on that. Mid lane turret is really big. When you kill the mid lane turret, you can move into the enemy jungle, because if they have their mid lane turret up, they can just walk to their mid lane turret if you try to go into their jungle.
Yeah.
But if they have their mid lane turret down, you can walk in through this path or this path into the jungle, and it just gives them so many more. It's breaking mid lane turret in terms of competitive stuff is just really important. Looks like we're gonna fight here.
Oh.
Kronk waiting for Ignite to go out, and then will try and turn this. Yeah. He wanted to turn it. It's Tech who won none of it. Again, just saying, I don't want to be the one to lose my team in the game. Berry Sour, gonna maybe die here. Oh, wow. Did we miss? We missed the Orianna ult. Oh, my goodness. That's so sad. That was the knockback from the Tristana. Fenrir had Sussy Cyrus jumping on them and then said, "Be gone."
This is so nerve-wracking.
Yeah, we have brought it back. We were 5K gold down. We're now only 3.5K gold down. So, props to Montana. They have stemmed the bleeding for the most part. Yeah, that's what can happen when Jinx gets ahead. She used her ult. She didn't even use her ult. But Ziggs does damage from he can do damage from I think 10 screens away.
What?
With his ult. And so hit one bomb. He's got a bouncing bomb, that thing that he throws. He can do every 10 seconds. And then got hit by the Jinx W, which does so much damage right now because she's so far ahead. And Naynar is very squishy.
Yeah.
And so just got blown up with really no counterplay. So Hawaii is going to start the Baron. Montana will be here with Smite. Kronk going in on the back line. Saucy Cyrus goes in on our back line. And unfortunately, Saucy Cyrus lives longer than Kronk. And Montana going to lose this fight too. They do ping out the Sejuani knowing that they're going to try and steal it. It's Tech who is going to do their job to try and zone Sejuani off. Doesn't want to let them get in. That's rather pointless because Sejuani has this ability where she dashes and goes over walls.
Yeah.
Oh, tries to go in too early. They're going to burst this down now knowing that she has no dash. Yeah. They don't let it get below 1,200 health because that's the damage that Smite does. So if they keep it above 1,200 health, she can't steal it. Or the Sejuani can't steal it. He can't steal it. So 10-0 on the Jinx. Now has another item completed. The LDR, that's a damage item. No one on Montana is tanky now. It gives you armor penetration, so it ignores 30% of anyone's armor. So Sejuani has armor boots and this armor vest. Aatrox has armor boots. No one else really has armor, but it also does damage based on how much health you have. So it's just, she does absurdly huge damage now. Plus it gives you crit chance on your autos. She's going to blow someone up. Watch for Jinx to auto anyone. They're going to lose 400 or 500 HP.
Oh my gosh.
And also, Ziggs can put this minefield down and throw bombs.
So it makes it impossible to pass that
Yeah.
area.
It happened again. The bomb came out from Ziggs after Neonara took about 60% HP and secured the kill.
They have so many bombs. It's insane.
Yeah. Yeah, look at Jinx auto doing this.
Oh my.
Yeah, immediately blows up the Sejuani. Benry are going to fall too. And 5-0 ace for Hawaii. This game, I am confident in saying at this point, Montana does not win these. It's
Aw.
We are too far behind. We are 10,000 gold behind. They have an extra 20% gold on us. It's just... And they have the soul. That's another 5,000 gold. They're effectively like 15,000 gold ahead of us. Ziggs, when he throws his satchel, he can put it on turrets, and it deletes it from like 30% HP.
Oh gosh.
Their team is... When their team is ahead, it's really, really oppressive.
Yeah.
They have a lot of long-range abilities, so we can't really get on them. They're kind of elusive, and they have good protection for the Jinx. So Hawaii's just going to like take as much as they can around the map. They're going to wait 3 minutes for the next Baron to spawn. Montana has to fight it if they want to even stay in the game. Because if they don't fight the Baron,
Then.
they lose. If they do fight the Baron, there's still a good chance they lose, but there's a really tiny chance they win.
Yeah.
So you got to take that 1%.
Gotta take the chance. Is that
So-
a chicken?
What? Oh, yeah, it's a pizza chicken.
What
It's
the?
a chicken with their head through a pizza, and it's a ward. Ward skins in League are kind of random. There's one right next to it if we
What
go
are
to
they?
the right a little bit. Yeah, that one, there's just like an eye with wings. I don't really know what that one is, but it's a ward.
Who thought of this?
This is from, there is pizza delivery
I
Sivir,
do know that pizza deliveries.
and then there's a skin called Birdio, which is Galio dressed as a chicken, and they're like rival, they're rival fast food delivery agents.
Oh my god.
Birdo does like KFC, so he does fried chicken delivery, and Sivir does pizza delivery. And
oh
so
my god.
the chicken with their head through the pizza was the ward that came out in that
That's so perfect.
skin with that skin line.
That's so perfect.
We're just waiting again. It's a waiting game. We got 2 minutes before the game is going. There's gonna be a fight and the game ends, or potentially not. But if Montana can steal this dragon by any means, they will be back in the game. Not like if they steal the dragon, their chance to win goes up by like tenfold. I mean, right now it's at 1%, so it only go up to 10%. But I fancy
But
90-10
something-
way better than 99-1.
Yeah.
And that's what they have to do. They just have to keep taking that 1% over and over again. We're going to kill Ziggs. Nope, Ziggs is going to live because we didn't get one more auto off before. So Ziggs, the Tristana bomb charged up based on how many times you attack. And we were one attack short of making the maximum damage go off. And unfortunately, that means Ziggs will live. They will crack the base now too because 2 people were over there. They know it's only 3 people on the base, so they are able to march in 4v3 and take the inhibitor, which means the super minions start spawning, and we're gonna have an Aatrox. Aatrox cannot kill super minions.
Wait, what?
Because he has no single target abilities. All his abilities are AoE, and they do reduce damage to minions. Super minions have like 3,000 HP, and they're really tanky.
Yeah.
And he is probably the worst champion in the game at killing super minions. This big thing
That's crazy.
got the shield that's
Yeah.
punching. That's a super minion, and it's not that hard to kill for most champions, but for whatever reason, look, he can't look.
He can't do
He
it.
can't kill it. Yeah, Aatrox versus and then look, the Zyra plants are hitting it and doing way more damage. It's
That's
just
crazy. Who thought
they are Aatrox's arch nemesis. I think if you put Aatrox against 5 super minions, he would not win. Looks like we're going to start the Baron up for Hawaii. Montana needs to contest. but looks like we're not going to elect to. We're going to try and hang on and maybe go for the Elder flip. Elder is even more powerful than Baron. That's the one with the 25% health execute. Looks like we are trying to get vision. This crab in the river that Sejuani's on.
Scuttle?
Yeah, Scuttle. It gives you like vision and like that circle. They can see anything that walks past that. So we're just trying to get some vision. We got Nate and Ara walking around putting some wards down so we can hopefully walk there once it spawns. Lighten it up. But Sussy Cyrus decides to press the go button. 3 fall.
They're just going.
Neonara. Did you see that from Berry Sour, by the way?
Yeah.
Look how fast Jinx is
What the
attacking.
hell?
That's all, folks. I did say it. If Montana doesn't contest Baron, they just immediately lose, and unfortunately that happened. So falling at the end there, does that mean Maroon is out of playoffs?
It's not in our hands.
It's not in our hands anymore.
What does
So
that mean?
if another team wins, we potentially could be kicked out of playoffs. So I think at best we're 4th seed,
Yes.
which is not good because we have to play the 1 seed from the other division. But I fancy Maroon's chances. They are not good at playing from behind, but they're really good at playing from ahead. So if they can just get ahead against this 1 seed, assuming they make it, I think they have a good chance of winning it.
That's good.
That's I think all we're gonna have for tonight. It is like 11 o'clock. Yeah, it's 5 till 11. So any last words of wisdom before we sign off?
League sucks. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Oh, no.
I'm kidding. League
No.
doesn't suck.
No, clip that. Clip it. Chat. Clip it. League sucks.
I
Heard
never
it here
said
first.
that.
But yeah, that's it from me. Thanks for tuning in. Tomorrow, Thursday, we have Overwatch. We have I believe, all 3 teams playing. Tune in to see Maroon clinch first in their division, I believe. They already have. So
Are you talking about me? Or who? Someone else.
Overwatch. Overwatch.
Overwatch.
Maroon Overwatch is another one of our really good teams.
Sorry.
And then Friday, Rocket League, we have Maroon, who I believe is also clinched first in their division, and Dan, who also clinched first in their division. So tune in for those. Should be fun games. And then next week, we have Can the Cats all week. So stay tuned for that. That'll be all sorts of fun stuff. There's a Valorant trivia night on Monday. So
Oh, I could win.
that'll be it. But that's all for us this evening. Thanks for tuning in. See you tomorrow. Bye.